One such person in his 34th year at Davos non-stop is Rahul Bajaj. He's always outspoken, but this time around even he's wondering, will India truly make it? Is India a bit always over-bullish about its own expectations? And this time, will it miss its own targets? Rahul Bajaj Unplugged. Mr. Bajaj is in his 34th year at Davos non-stop. And all the time there is a new subject, and this time there's more pessimism than optimism.
What I learned yesterday that the businessmen who are going to be here are going to be, in the circumstances, especially in Europe, not so pessimistic. They're okay. But all the international organizations, Christian Lagarde, I'm told, Robert Zoellick, World Bank, IMF, they feel disaster is coming and it's only being delayed. The black day is just being delayed and postponed.
2012, what do you expect this meeting is going to bring forth? Because what we are debating is really a breakdown of existing models of capitalism. Now, that is something that really takes us back to the drawing board.
We say a lot of things in brief. What did the Arab Spring tell us? They want democracy, for obvious reasons. Yeah. What did Occupy Wall Street tell us? They wanted equality. Yeah. And what did, which these people don't know that much about, what did Anna Hazare tell us in India? Corruption. Yeah. 3 words: democracy, equality, and corruption. But all these three things they are 3 different words, but a common background. The world wants, the people of the world, especially the less endowed people, want justice, and empowerment.
This social unrest in many ways that we all have witnessed over the last 1 year, 12 months. We're already seeing Occupy Davos here, very much present. They've put up their igloos. There's a bit of protest very much as a part of the fabric. But the difference is this time they're being taken seriously, like never before. Do you think that's what's changing? We need to figure out a way to balance capitalism with equality.
You see, I'm not in favor of the so-called socialism we had, leave alone communism. That has not given prosperity to the poor anywhere in the world. Neither am I in favor of the kind of capitalism which Reagan had and even Bush had. That created the September 2008, actually end of 2007, the Lehman crisis, etc., etc. But we want free markets. Capitalism is just a word, forget it. You want open markets, free markets, but regulated. We don't want undue controls from the government, at least as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. But you don't want big fish eating small fish. You don't want the Wild West. So it's a combination of free market, not too much government intervention, but yes, it can't be an open market.
Well, all of this is being talked about. What could a developing country do to fix it? Because, people would look into places like India and China and say, why don't you learn the lessons early? Why wait till the issues arise like the way the developed world is facing?
Which lessons? Who has taught us the lessons? Either we do what China did, first we have to become a dictatorship. We don't want to do that. We want to do Russia. We know what's happened after the last elections against even Putin. Arab Spring is coming there. Arab Spring is coming into China maybe. We are already democratic. So we have a good system. It can always be fine-tuned. We have, for example, I believe, we have to take care of the poor, but under the name of the poor, the subsidies are non-merited and wasted, inefficiency, corruption. And that's why we have inflation, that's why we have fiscal deficit. You should control their expenditure, take care of the poor, but emphasize growth so the government gets more revenues to be able to spend for the poor. But political expediency is the problem of the Indian government and all political parties. They want votes.
They want votes, and we are very much in election season, as you know. Do you think that India is not going to be the story that it always has been in Davos? People are beginning to realize it's not that brilliant a market to chase because it has red tapeism.
India may not be as great a market as last year because 2011 was bad because of all these things and the scams. But then which market would be the great market?
But then should that be an assumption that we should live in?
That's not the point. That question of assumption. I'm just asking a counter question. Is Europe the market? Is US the market? Even China, there are questions, and we don't want that political system. So what I'm still saying, in totality, India is still a great combination of political economy, taking care of the poor and all. But yes, this political expediency should reduce. The BJP and the Congress should not continue to behave like small children. They should cooperate. Each is saying the other doesn't cooperate. They should cooperate and for taking care of the poor, reduce inefficiency and corruption. And India will be the story of not only this year, but this decade.